Hey everybody, welcome back to Buddy's Spirits and Cigars. And today we're going to do a blend from Southern Collective. This one's called Whiskey Tango. Has a really cool tater sticker on the back of it. It's got an airplane with, usually where they have the bombs or the pylons under the wings. It actually has bourbon barrels. So anyway, a tribute to military. This is a Indiana Kentucky blend, so MGP Kentucky blend, and man, you can see the bottle's about half gone because it's that good. I strongly encourage you, if you are in Nashville, Tennessee, go by and see Southern Collective. We are not sponsored by them or anything. We just really enjoy their spirits. I've got a personal friend that's over there, but like I said, they got it going on. They're a non-distillery producer, but they do blend and finish, and man, they've got it figured out.
And that's okay.
Yeah, they have it figured out. A
previous video we did, I had the Southern Collective Rye, what was it, the 1111?
Yeah.
Taking down the Thomas Handy for me, a B-Tech. So, I mean, they're ridiculous. They're ridiculous. That was for me.
It's where it's at, it's kind of, those of you that are in the cigar world, it's kind of like you're going into the boutique cigars and getting outside of the main names that everybody hears of. So, man, they've got it going on. Ryan and the boys do a good job. Something about firefighters and whiskey, Just saying.
Tasty.
Tasty. Oh, let's see here.
While you're pouring that, I just got to say the color, first and foremost, looks beautiful in the bottle. Like you said, half empty. That's a pretty good sign automatically.
I can't stay out of it, dude.
Yeah, I can see that.
Freaking legit.
Now, I've had this, total transparency, I've had this once with you. You may not remember, but
it's been a while.
You let me taste this once. I have no idea. I don't remember any of it. Not because of how many, whatever, but because of how long ago it was. We've had so many good pours between then and now. I do not remember the Whiskey Tango. I remember that I've had it. Don't remember the specifics.
118.8 proof. Other than that, I don't know as far as the Indiana and Kentucky. It says aged at least 6 years. So the youngest in here is 6 years old.
Not bad.
So
it doesn't say anything about the blend between the two.
Don't have a clue.
Okay. No. Hey.
So
it does have a plane dropping barrels.
It does, man. It's freaking awesome.
Tater sticker. Put that up on the screen or something.
Yeah,
here.
For sure. Anyway, Southern Collective. Really good nose, really good color. I think this was like a 110 price wise.
Which
I'm pretty sure
before anybody freaks out, that's what you should expect to pay from a company like this. They specialize in blending. They specialize in finishing. They specialize in taking a product and making it into a finished product.
So good.
I think that's what you should expect. I would expect to pay at least $100 for any bottle from Southern Collective.
Well, if you kind of think about it in comparison to those of you that enjoy cigars, boutique cigars are not a high yield producing area for cigars. If you look at Arturo Fuente, Rocky Patel, Nick Perdomo,
so good.
All those kinds of main names that you hear in the cigar industry, those are mass producers. Boutique cigars are a lot smaller batches and blends, and so same difference here. Kind of like you pay if you have a Knob Creek 9-year that's 120 proof single barrel versus a store pick Knob Creek that's 9, 10, 11 years old that's 120 proof, you're going to pay more for that store pick.
And I would say too, someone who's blending and finishing,
they need to be paid for their work.
Yes, it's an art. It really is an art, which distilling is an art too. Jesus. I mean, none of us can sit here and say that we can distill whiskey. We would screw it up. But what I'm saying is that they have to go pay for the whiskey.
Mm-hmm.
It might be cheaper if you have the time and the overhead to go ahead and get the grains and if you have all the equipment to distill it and all that stuff over time, it might be cheaper. These folks have to go out and get it distilled the way they want it distilled. They have a say in the distill. They're not just taking some random whiskey, right? They have a full hand in the way this thing is distilled. Each whiskey that goes in this bottle is distilled, right? They're not just going to MGP and say, give us what you got.
Yeah.
They're very involved.
This is not a random gig. They go meet up with MGP or whoever in Kentucky, the barrel broker or whatever the case is, and they actually go and they taste things along the time frames and stuff like that. So it's not we want 6 barrels and they just get 6 random barrels. That's not the way it works. So
they're tasting them.
They put in all the grunt work to find really awesome juice, and then when they get whatever time frame it takes, once they get that at their non-distillery producing place, Southern Collective, then they go to work doing either blending or finishing, whatever the case is. So just because they get a barrel, last week doesn't mean they're putting it out the following week. They may do aging or finishing for another 6, 8, 12 months. So
I compare it to like a store pick, right? Like somebody goes and does a store pick. And then they just bring it back once the barrel gets approved and they get it sold and bought and it gets shipped or whatever, and they can get it bottled and put in their store.
Yeah.
Take it a step farther. I just went and did a store pick for you, and I'm going to bring it back to my shop, and I'm going to age it, or I'm going to finish it. I'm going to do some crazy, quirky science, you know what I mean, to it. Like that's what they do.
Yeah.
And it's anyways, that's a lot of talk to say. It's well worth whatever you got to pay these guys for their drink. I have not had one single bottle that Terps put me onto that I was disappointed with. In fact, I wish I had more. I'm trying to buy another one, and everything Southern Collective puts out, it's goodness gracious.
I'm super impressed with them. I really am. Like he said, it's an art, and they have it figured out. They really do,
for sure.
These guys doing an amazing job. So anytime you're in Tennessee, hit up Ryan at Southern Collective. He's there most of the time. Unless he's out of town doing a gig, he'll be there.
Or if he's busy doing jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, that's true. Getting some cauliflower ears. But majority of the time, he's either at Southern Collective or taking pictures at the gym. So...
He looks good. You look good, Ryan. You look good, brother.
But I'm telling you guys, if you don't go by there, and they'll let you taste straight out of the barrels. I mean,
I wanted to say that. I'm glad you brought that up. Remember, you and I first got together whenever you were kind of bringing me into this bourbon world. And I was like, man, you know where the killing is. You know where the money's at. Is if Buffalo Trace or Heaven Hill or Jim Beam or whatever, Wild Turkey, if they brought you in and said, hey, pay this much money, we're going to walk you through all the houses, the warehouses. You can just pick whatever barrel you want to taste from. You want to taste Eagle Rare straight from the barrel? Have at it.
Yeah.
You want to taste Buffalo Trace straight from the barrel? Have at it. You want to taste Wild Turkey straight from the barrel? Have at it.
Yeah. How solid is that? Yeah.
They do it. They're
absolutely
like, come on in, boys.
Yeah. They got a room in the back full of barrels sitting there. They'll tell you all about it.
So good.
And you can taste straight from the barrel.
So good.
I mean, it'll even have some of the char from the barrel in your glass. I mean, it's freaking solid.
Hopefully that's our next trip, man. I really want to go there bad.
It's a grand time. Those guys really, I've developed a really good relationship with them.
Sure.
Super nice guys. And, man, I couldn't be happier with the purchases I made, to be honest. So, I'll tell you, I've got a 16-year-old American light whiskey from them, and it was less than $150 for a 16-year-old
It's crazy.
whiskey that just, I mean, it just blows your freaking socks off. I can't tell you how amazing it is.
Well, think about the time.
It's a
takes to put in
hazmat. It's 142 proof.
Oh my gosh,
bro!
And it took somebody 16 years to make that. And and anybody that complains for 150 or less, you're out of your mind. Some people charge $150 an hour for their labor.
Yeah.
They're charging $150 for every 16 years.
Yeah, and it's hazmat. Holy cow!
It's crazy.
Didn't dilute it down, nothing. Anyway,
It's crazy.
so what do you think about this whiskey Tango?
I love it. It's delicious. I tell you what, on the nose,
It's a really great blend. I'm very impressed.
delicious blend. You know, I'll be honest. I'm not going to sit here and lie. It's a little ethanol-y on the nose, just a little tiny bit. It says age at least 6 years. The color's great.
Get that
Oh my
right.
gosh, dude, that palate, it just coats the entire palate. You know, some people talk about the front, the mid, the back. No, sir. All the way from the front to the back, it's the exact same. And that is that hit you in the face taste that I'm talking about, that I want. I want something bold. I want something flavorful. I can't stand, it's okay if it's what you do, that's okay. I can't stand personally when somebody calls a whiskey smooth. I don't want it to be smooth. I want that thing to punch me in the face. In the face! I want to know it's there. I want it to be flavorful. I want it to be powerful, bold. It brings all of that to the table. The finish, it just lingers. It coats the mouth. It doesn't burn your face off. Delicious. We're doing the ranking?
Yeah, let's do it.
4 out of 5.
4 out of 5. I got some bias in the game. My boy is there, and
You got to do it.
big blending into this.
You got to do it.
The only thing I'm going to say is he's 7.5 hours away. So I got to knock you on availability.
He does know jujitsu.
That's all I can do. Yeah, but you can't judo chop me from 7.5 hours away.
You don't know, Ron.
His ninja skills aren't that good.
All right.
4.25. Solid port. I'm so
Let me say something.
impressed.
I don't
with this
think
port,
you'll
though.
ever hear me say 5
There's-
on this show.
there's
And I'll
no
tell
such
you
thing
why.
as
It's
per-
because as soon as I give a 5 and a perfect and something beats it, what do you do from there?
Exactly.
So if you hear me giving a 4, just for me personally, go get that damn bottle.
Dang, you're right.
Yeah, go get that bottle, because what I'm telling you is it's as close to perfect as you can get, and I don't believe in perfect. If I ever say 5, good Lord, probably never.
Well, the purple hazmat that I got from them was a
Ow.
4.9.
I might say 5 on that. I'd have to.
There's
taste it
room
on
for
camera.
improvement because nothing is perfect.
Well,
I haven't drunk them all, so I can't say it was the best one I ever had.
purple hazmat might be perfect.
That's freaking.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's all we have time for this episode. Go see our friends at Southern Collective. Like, subscribe, invite your friends. We'll catch you
Share the video.
on the next one.